Welcome to Chi-town Cigar Podcast, the podcast where three Chicago guys light up a fine cigar and get into everything from sports and current events to hobbies, life's little moments, and everything in between. Whether you're here for the cigars, the conversation, or just some good laughs, we got you covered. So grab your favorite smoke, settle in, and join us for laid-back chats with a Chicago twist. Now it's time to put some smoke in the air.
It's Tuesday night in the Windy City, and that means it's another episode of the Chi-town Cigars podcast. Glad you joined us live or listen to us later on Spotify or Apple Podcast. I'm Mike coming to you live from the Aganorsa Studios in Central Illinois. Hey, Marty, how's it going?
Hey, Mike. I was waiting to see where you're going to go with that.
We'll get feedback from our audience, but we were talking to some people. Some people are like, you don't have to introduce yourself as a podcast because people know you're a podcast. So you guys should just be the Chi-town Cigar guys or Chi-town Cigars. So I was like, I was working on the intro and I'm like, well, let me change it. It's another episode of the Chi-town Cigars. Well, I'm thinking that's just sort of weird. It's another episode of Chi-town Cigars. So there we are. So we'll have to see what everybody thinks about that. But the more and more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I just don't. We have to keep telling people that we're a podcast. People know we're a podcast. So, we're not a bar. We're not anything else. So, but
we'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. But how you doing? How's your week been?
Good. Yeah. Waiting for the weather to warm up, but
don't get cocky. I keep telling everybody we're in March. I know there's this belief that it's going to get warm out, but we've also had time in Easter where we got snow in Chicago. So
I also saw the sun while I was driving home tonight. So that was nice.
Yeah. I didn't realize daylight savings is Sunday.
Yeah.
So we'll be getting a lot more sun or a lot more daylight. So Fireborn, good to see you. Val Chavez, good to see you. That's Marty.
Teddy, actually. Teddy.
TX. Yeah, Teddy's in here. TX, good to see you, buddy. I don't think we saw you last week. We missed you. What else we got? No cigar for me tonight. I've been home with a sore throat. Oh, no. Watch it. There's my buddy, Matt. He's back from his vacation. Came back to those frigid temperatures up in Minnesota. There's Teddy.
Where is Teddy tonight?
Where is Teddy tonight? Teddy's probably stuck at work again. They're holding him hostage. So, there's Big Al. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? So, we're supposed to hit 60 this weekend up here. Holy cow, that's like that's shorts and t-shirt weather up there.
Yeah.
60 in Minnesota? Yeah, you can't beat that. So, still have my snow shovels out. There you go, Val. Smart guy.
Don't put them away too early, or you're the one who curse us. For March snow.
So before we get too far, Marty, why don't you make us all jealous and tell everybody what you're smoking tonight?
Ooh, who wants to guess what I'm smoking?
Yes, somebody guess what Marty's smoking.
Any guesses?
And no, Teddy, it's not a joint. Sammy Flo, what's going on, buddy? I missed you last week. I wasn't on Bob Cigar Guy. I was at a lounge
in a black box. Does that help? I won't go too far up with the box yet. Oh, there, that'll give it away.
There you go.
It's the 10th Jubilee. I just got it in my hands today.
Nice.
And I gotta say, I've only smoked a little bit of it, but the first few puffs were like a molasses sweet chocolate bar.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
David, where are you at? That it's 87. Where are you at? So we got 10 listeners already, 10 viewers. I'm smoking and I'm going to tell you guys a story here in a second, but I'm smoking the Enclave by Eladio Diaz. So good cigar. Definitely. Oh, fantastic. Oh, he's in Austin, Texas. Ah, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. So we could have a new viewer on, and he might not say much. I don't know. We'll have to see. Last Thursday, I had the distinct honor of checking out a new cigar lounge here in Illinois. White Smoke Ash in Crest Hill, Illinois. Invited there by a friend and checked it out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lounge. We are going to have the owner, Don White, on our show. We're working on some things. It wouldn't probably be live. We'd probably go to the lounge and then be able to broadcast that or have it on a bonus day. But just a phenomenal. So him and his wife are the owners of this place. She was working there. He's there. Built this thing themselves. It's a standalone, and they didn't build it. I mean, they renovated a building, standalone, debt-free. They own the building. Done. Just decorated it beautifully. There's like 6 or 7 different areas that you can be at. They have a VIP section. They have it upstairs. They have, like I said, probably 4 other different little areas you can smoke at. Just gorgeous. Just a really stand-up guy. But I met quite a few people there. Rodney, who, let me see. Do I have his? Yes, I do. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. I'm not taking anything away from Al. Al, our buddy over there at Words of the Leaf, and our little stand guy, cigar holder here, and the ashtray, which I've got. Oh, here, I've got the ashtray here. Got the ashtray here. So upside down, but beautiful ashtray. But Rodney also has a shop on, let me see if I can get to this here. He has a shop where he does some really phenomenal work. And let me see, I'll put this up on the screen here. So this is the work that he does, and he takes bands. So whatever you want, he can, whatever bands you want, he puts those into an ashtray. Into an ashtray, I think he glues them up there and gets them all set up, and just gorgeous stuff. And then he also does, if I can show this here, he also does pens. So just gorgeous. Again, whatever band you want. So if, Dunbarton Jubilee, save that band, and you can send it over to him, and he will hand turn a pen, a wood pen, and put those bands on them. And he also does, I was sitting there, and he also does lighters. Here's the lighter that he does.
Wow.
Yeah, really good guy. Yeah, great stuff. So his website, I'll see if I can put this on the chat. I'm hoping I'm not violating anything, but I could be, who knows, but it's a Shopify website.
That's a great idea, Fireborn.
What's that?
I've got a bunch of bands that I've been saving, and a bunch of empty whiskey bottles.
Yeah. So I mean, but a super nice guy. Just a fantastic lounge. I'm not taking anything away from Ultimate, but this lounge is only 45 minutes from my house, so it was really nice. I mean,
it's like right around Joliet, right?
Yeah, right around. It's right off of 55, right there.
It's on the west side of Joliet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So just beautiful, super nice people, great philosophy. Great philosophy is an owner. He was telling me they were, I don't want to ruin the interview when we have them, but he was telling me they were voted nationally as one of the most female-friendly cigar lounges in the country. Which, when I walked in there was 3 ladies in there smoking cigars, not counting his wife. So just really nice and super nice people. I mean, you walk in, I knew somebody, but you walk in and, hey, is your first time here? Hold on, let me show you around. And they, anybody gets up and starts walking you around the place, and it's just a great lounge. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, I don't know, Val, if you've ever been there or not. I know Val's in the area. But White Smoke Ash in Crest Hill, highly recommend them. And we'll have Don on one of these days. We're gonna try to make it to a couple different lounges.
We should do a Herf there.
Yeah, we definitely could. We definitely could. But we're gonna definitely we're gonna try to line up some lounges in the Chicagoland area and try to highlight them. Try to go there, visit them, spend some time, talk to the owners. Hopefully, we get Iwan Reese's up there and the mansion and some of those different places up there and talk. And obviously, we'll get over to Ultimate and talk to Teddy while he works at that one, as well as Sam, and do some interviews there. So, but great time. Very, very nice time. So, Volstead. Ooh.
EX is doing the Volstead. That's a nice cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's got the Adventure Explorer.
Matt, you better be on next week. Your buddy's going to be on the show. I expect you to be on. I expect you to be smoking a War Bear or something. So, Mike is going to be on for Postani next week. So, highly recommend any of you that are Postani. Is it Postani? Postani?
That's what I say. Postani.
Okay. Yeah. He will be on the show. So, we're looking forward to that next week. But, Bears news, stadium news. They sent a letter out to the season ticket holders a couple days ago.
Saying they're moving.
Saying that there's only one place they're going, and that is to Arlington Heights.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's I know the state of Illinois, state legislation passed I don't know, House bill or referendum or whatever they passed down there in Springfield to get the ball rolling. And I think now it falls back into Arlington Heights' hands to decide what's going to go on. But yeah. So
I heard Drew Dahlman retired today.
Yes. 27 years old. So I forget what college he graduated out of, but it's not a small time school. So some people were saying, he's done his 5 years, so it just might be, hey, it's time. It could be some, I'm going to say health issues. We hope not. We wish him all the best of luck. But some of these guys see the writing on the wall and say, hey, forget this. I've done it. So yeah, he's out. He's done. So we'll have to see what that's all about. So
David's got Ezra Zion, All My Ex's Beauties. Pain.
And Buffalo Trace. Nice.
I've never heard of that one.
I haven't either. But Ezra Zion's always got some
interesting names for cigar.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And then spring training is still rolling along. So we'll see how that plays out we got 25 days left until opening day or something like that. So it seems weird. Seems weird to think about opening day already. But yeah, so that'll be good. So Lions shipped. Yes, with a crazy trade. That was a very, very crazy trade. Because the Texans gave up a lot to get him. A couple of draft picks, and then I forget who else. And yeah, so that's, I don't know.
He's good, but I didn't think running backs were commanding that kind of collateral these days.
I didn't think so either. And I'm surprised Detroit would give him up. I really am surprised Detroit would give him up. Well, so I don't know. Might be a signal they're looking at a rebuilding or something. WBC games on the way. I'm not sure what that is. Why is my brain frozen?
I don't know WBC.
Fill us in, Sammy. So, anything else we need to talk about before we jump into our mission for the night? Did I miss anything?
Oh, you know what else I got?
Well, oh, yes. Show this piece of artwork.
Look at that. It's got the glare of my circle light in the
middle. It does.
But it's really got some nice gloss on there. This is the Opus X for the Great Smoke. It's got there's a lion right here embedded in the and a bear right here.
Wow. Now, is it? You don't have boxes hanging on your wall, but is that something you would hang on your wall, or do you that we just can't see it?
I do have some,
Okay.
but they're not behind me. Yeah, this one is definitely wall hanging worthy piece of artwork here. And on the inside, it's got this nice velvet lined top. Yeah, I can't wait to try one of these.
Fireborn, did you pick one of those up? I thought you said you picked one of those up because he won our raffle, so I know he's on the virtual side of things. Oh, there we go. He should get his by Friday. There, I knew it. A World Baseball Classic. Duh. Gosh darn it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, everyone's raving about those, so I'm kind of interested to try them. But I'm going to give it at the price point. I didn't want to smoke it right off the truck.
Yeah. That price point, you want to let that thing rest and come.
I want to give it full advantage to come at its top.
Yes. I didn't bring mine out to the garage, to the lounge, but I did pick up, no shock to anybody that's been listening to this podcast, but I did pick up the Dojo Reviver, the Aganorsa collab with Dojo, the Maduro. So I got that today. So that is definitely doing a little bit of resting. It's a Maduro.
Made a trade.
Yes, we did make a trade. And I'm very happy about that trade. Hey, whatever I could do to make things better. So, you missed the DT. They've got to still be out there. They've right. I mean, there's got to be plenty of boxes out there.
I think he means the TGS.
Oh, the TGS. Oh, okay.
He'll have made more of those too, and there'll be some that he gives them after the event.
You guys trade cigars? Yes, we do.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We made a trade. But you want to tell them the trade?
Go ahead.
So Mike didn't go in with us on the Opus box. So I traded him one Opus for 4 of the Aganorsa.
Yes. Which is a good trade. I made out well on that trade. I made out very well on that trade. So, but yeah,
I wanted to try the Reviver Maduro. So yeah.
I'm hoping it's a good cigar. Mr. Great Smoke one too. Wow. He is. You're absolutely right. And I'm assuming you mean good man, but I'm also thinking you mean general manager.
Yeah, general manager. Selling high, buying low.
Yes, exactly.
In the bench stocked.
Yep. So it's interesting. I mean, tis the season. I mean, we're going to start seeing everything start rolling out. I mean, obviously, Great Smoke is their specialty stuff, but then, we're into March, so April's PCA, so we'll start seeing some stuff hitting the shelves, and it'll be the time to kick off the reviews. So there we go. There you go.
All right.
Now we got that. We're gonna have to open a little bit of sidebar here or something. So
yeah.
Well, let's get into this crazy topic that we have tonight. I don't know if it's crazy, but it'll be a fun topic. So our topic tonight, cigar events or bust. So we're just sort of talking about it. And we're Great Smoke's coming up in a couple of weeks. PCA's coming up in a couple of 4 weeks. So this is the season. We're kicking off event season. We're kicking off, hopefully, getting out of the house and connecting with people. So we wanted to sort of talk about, what do you expect at a cigar event? What's your draw? What do you need to be drawn to a cigar event? So and I guess we put this into 3 different categories. If I'm correct in this, we sort of talked about the small herf. We were going to talk about small herfs. We're going to talk about brand events, and then we are going to talk about the mega events. So, herfs. I mean, let's talk about the small herf.
Yeah, let's start with that.
We are, if Teddy was here, we are 3 guys that I think we look more forward to small herfs, I think, at times than we do to brand events or to mega events. Correct? I mean, what's your feeling on what's everybody's feeling on a local herf? You know, whether it's getting together with friends or dojo compadres or whatever.
I like it just because it's like the whole, like, we don't get to see each other face to face that often. We all stay in touch. The Chi-town crew, from the dojo group that we all kind of hang out with, we don't get to see each other that often. So we usually try and herf like once a month or once every 2 months.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, it'll be like people host it at their house when you can be outside, or when in the winter we'll pick a lounge. We've been picking Ultimate a lot lately, just because it's kind of centrally located. But yeah, it's just good to see everyone. But I was thinking, what makes that so fun is everyone kind of makes an effort to show up there because they enjoy each other, enjoy being there. But then people are always bringing cheesecake, homemade cheesecake.
I wish we had cannolis.
If you haven't had Turtles cheesecake,
that's right. Turtle's not on, but yeah,
you'll listen later. But yeah, we love Turtles cheesecake.
Yeah,
and John will bring his bourbon from his collection, his bourbon collection. Let us all try some of that.
Yeah. And so Sammy says he's going to one this week. It's a real estate and cigar networking event. Meet the locals and business people that can lead to big things. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's definitely a plus. Yeah, I like the small ones. Fireborn just said something here. Yeah. I'm not a big crowd fan. The swag from the larger events is always nice, but I like the smaller herfs. Obviously I like getting together with people I know. It's a good time. We laugh a lot. You can have 3 or 4 different conversations and you sort of feel like, okay, I'm still connected. I'm not forced to be moving around. I'm not forced to buy something, the brand events, and we'll get into those. You sort of have there's sort of an expectation, I think, on the part of the lounge or the event that you're going to purchase some things, but local little herfs, I think, are just great. I mean, again, last Thursday, it was me and a buddy getting together and having a cigar. And next thing I know, there's 6 people sitting around. I think it was 6 people sitting around talking. And it was like, holy cow. And, and I went with the expectation of being there for one cigar. I'm going to go there, I'm going to smoke one cigar, and I'm out. And next thing I know, I got there at 5:30, something like that. And it was 9:15. I'm like, holy cow. And again, it's 45 minutes from my house. So I've got to, I got to get up and work the next day. But yeah, I mean, it was a great time. And you get to meet some different people. You get to meet some, Val joined us this time for our event. I met Val before. So I think that was a great time to get to know somebody. Mike West, another guy that just joined last herf. I didn't get to really talk to him that much, but he's part of it. So it's nice to be able to have those, I don't want to call them intimate conversations, but those more relaxed conversations at a small herf, which our small herfs are becoming bigger herfs. So we don't have any big events around here. Plus my wife wouldn't let me go without her. So Matt, does your wife go with you to cigar events a lot because she wants to be with you or because she enjoys smoking? You and I have never really had that conversation, so I didn't know if she enjoys smoking cigars, or she just likes hanging out with you. We know that BTCG's wife, the first lady, likes to go and just sort of be a part of it and talk to people, which is always a plus. The fun size one has no desire to go. I've asked her a couple times, do you want to go with us? No. Although we did do a different type of Herf a couple years ago, and we went to a distillery.
Mm-hmm.
All the wives and girlfriends went with us, and it was nice. We did the tour of the distillery, and then we sat outside and smoked cigars, but I know they had a good time with that. So that's always something that is different too. No, neither. Okay. All right. So, and I think that's part of the thing too, is to look at smoker friendly or cigar friendly events and being able to say, hey, we could go to this. And at the same time, we did the brew and buds, not brew and buds. What was it?
Hot sauce.
The hot sauce. The hot sauce event that was smoker friendly. So cigars, beer, and hot sauce. What more can you ask for?
Yeah.
So that was a good
My
time.
wife came to that with you.
She did. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And loved it. Loved it. So. Yes. Yeah. My wife was a cigarette smoker, and she doesn't understand the joke.
Cigarette smokers Herf around the
outside.
Around the ashtray outside, 30 feet from the building. 5 minutes.
Yeah. I wish our buddy John was on this podcast, because the running gag amongst the Chi-town guys is, and anybody with a wife might understand this, but our wives do not understand this whatsoever, because they think that when we have a Herf, it's a party. And so therefore there's got to be a lot of food. There's got to be chips on top of chips on top of chips. And the first one that I had at my house, the fun size one's like, what are you guys going to eat? And I said, well, I'm going to grill up some Italian sausage and some hamburgers, and that's it. But what else? I go, that's it. Oh no, you got to have potato salad. You got to have coleslaw. You got to have macaroni salad. You got to have chips. I go, no, it's not like that. They the guys want a burger and that's it. Yeah,
we don't need no stinking sides.
Yeah. And so when I made a chicken enchilada dip that I think buffalo chicken dip that everybody really loved, which now has become a staple part of the Chi-town crew. But yeah, she couldn't understand it. When everybody left and I started bringing the food, and she's like, nobody ate anything. I said, I told you, we smoke cigars, we talk, we take a break, we might eat a hamburger or a sausage or something like that, and that's it. We don't sit there and eat chips. We're smoking cigars.
Right.
And then
it's hard to eat and smoke at the same time. It's not a good combination.
Yeah. And then she turned. That's exactly it, Sammy. That's exactly it. And then John's wife decided that 4 bags of chips wasn't enough, and insisted on going out and getting 4 more bags of chips. So I think every guy left with the bag of chips at the end of the night because they were unopened.
She put all her chips in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, I enjoy the smaller Herfs. There's nothing wrong. We'll talk about the other ones, but the smaller Herfs just seem to be a little bit more.
They're usually closer, so it's not like you're having to travel to a large event or a distant cigar shop. You usually pick something.
Yeah.
That's fairly local. The other thing I like to do at our Herfs is when we do cigar trades, like someone bought something, and so it's always fun to trade back and forth so everyone can get to try the new stuff.
Exactly, Val. They make it much more complicated. And I think that's the point with this lifestyle that people just don't understand. I remember being out in Denver or Colorado for the Rocky Mountain, and people were giving cigars, and they were, well, hold on, no more. I want you to try this cigar, and people just can't understand that. What do you mean you're not paying for that? No, they just gave it to me, and one day I'll have a cigar that they haven't tried and I'll give it to them. And it just blows people's minds that, you're passing out an $18, $20, $70 cigar and just going, here you go, try this. Well, what do you want in return? Nothing. I want you to enjoy it. Check it out. See what you think, so.
People usually give you something in return, except for Turtle. He doesn't want any gifts.
Turtle, we're going to post Turtle's address on the website on the podcast one day, and everyone's going to send him stuff, and we'll get the fury of Turtle.
You're going to be on his bad side if you recommend that to happen. You're going to get the snapping turtle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, all right. Well, let's talk about the brand Herfs, because Sammy mentioned it earlier. And I will see. Here we go. The swags and the exclusive cigars is always a good catch, and it absolutely is a good catch for those events. How do you feel about brand events? What's your thought process on them? Because there's. Well, go ahead. I'll talk about it. But what's your thought on them?
Well, usually you can get some event exclusive cigars. Mm-hmm. They'll have some special going on. And if it's like we did the Black Label event, they'll have some. I got these cool posters over here that I forget if we got those or I won them or
they were free. Those were freebies. I think he just had out
the raffles. Like I won a Black Label Trading Company hat, so that was cool. But that was well done. We've been to some other ones where like the brand owner wasn't all that talkative.
Yes.
And so you definitely can help your sales, I think. You got to kind of be a personable leader for your brand.
Yeah, I think for brand events, and we're not talking about cut and lights. We'll talk about cut and lights in a second. But for a brand sponsored event, the brand rep has got to be on his game. And if the brand owner or a significant figure of the brand is there, and I just think of Terrence. Terrence isn't the brand owner, but he's the vice president. So, I mean, he's holds a level of significance. You've got to be on your game. You've got to be ready to because this is where you're engaging your audience and you're pulling them in. Yes, there's some of us that are diehard Black Label Trading, a Black Star, Aganorsa, Oliva, whatever it is, and you're going there because, hey, that's my brand. I'm going to go pick up some cigars and I'm going to get the event exclusive. But there's other people that are just showing up in the lounge. Oh, you're having an event? Okay, I'm going to show up. They might never have tried your cigars. So you've got to be on your game. You got to be able to wow them in, get them to try something, because that's a potential long-term sales. Even if that person picks up one or two cigars of your brand a week or a month, that's one or two more than you were selling before. So, and yeah, I experienced a brand owner that was not engaging at all. And it sort of turned me off to the brand. I'm thinking, if you're not that into your own brand and you're not willing to talk to me about your own brand, then you're not that excited about it. So why should I be excited about it? So, it's sort of a dual-edged sword for brands with events.
Yeah, and if you're like introverted, you can still be a brand owner. There's ways that you can work yourself out of that hole, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think I'll Terrence does it. I don't know any other brand. I know there was a couple other brands that were doing it, but once a month, even there's sort of a brand event once a month with Aganorsa. We have, through the Acolytes page, which is the whores of Aganorsa, I guess is the easiest way to put it. But those people that really enjoy Aganorsa are part of the Aganorsa Acolytes Facebook page. And once a month, Terrence will get on and talk to us. Terrence and Fabian will get on. They'll talk to us. They'll share what's going on with the brand, what's happening, what's the exciting things that's happening over the next month, where they're going to be. And then also steal our ideas. Hey, What do you want to see? What do you want to see from Aganorsa? What can we do to engage you guys more? What cigars are you looking for? And it's exciting because everybody's smoking. So it's a sort of a brand event that's a Herf, because there's 20 to 30 people that are on this it's not whereby now, it's Zoom. But everybody's on it and he's engaging everybody. I mean, in the last couple ones, he's pulled out a question and he'll go through every person. Hey, the last one was, I think I shared it with everybody, how many Aganorsa SKUs have you smoked? Do you know? And it was a good time for him to be able to get feedback of, oh, okay, it seems like the average number is about 20. Okay, good. And, we have high, we have low, but it was interesting in that regard. So I give him a lot of credit for taking the time out of his day to spend an hour and a half talking to us that want to hear, and hey, here's what's going on.
I felt like I wasn't at the last one, but the one before that, he started doing that. And I felt like I was in class waiting for the teacher to call on me. And then I stole Mike's answer.
Yes. But I think brand events are great events. I like them. Yeah, you definitely get some cool swag out of them. Sammy said that, and I think it's fun to be able to be a part of it. And it's a good time to engage with a brand that, again, you might not be familiar with, and hey, tell me more. I had smoked Black Label Trading before. It was nice to talk to, what is his name? Starts with a C. Calvin.
Yeah.
It was nice to talk to Calvin and sort of get his take and what's going on and stuff like that. So it's nice to be able to hear sort of the inside scoop. Hey, here's what we got coming up. I can tell you guys this because you're here at this event. So, did you raise your hand before you spoke?
I had to wait till I was called on.
Yeah. And then you shook. Am I going to give the right answer? Is it going to be bad if I don't say this?
What happens?
Yeah.
I'm going to be on Terrence's blacklist.
Yeah. What about cut and lights? Because cut and lights are sort of a little bit different.
What's the difference? I have no idea what the difference is.
Cut and light is usually just a rep. It's usually, and sometimes it's not even a rep. Sometimes it's just the lounge, the brick and mortar, hosting a cut and light event. They've got some swag from the rep that sends them some stuff, but there's usually not a rep there. It's just usually the brick and mortar is hosting, and I guess a cut and light is sort of hey, here's our sale for the day. Mm-hmm. And we're hosting a cut and light for Oliva, and come on in and check us out. We're not going to have a rep here, but you can buy 4 cigars and get the 5th one free. You can buy this box at 20% off. So, so I think those are a little bit different. It's a little bit harder to pull people in. I'm not saying you can't have a rep. We're trying to click on Teddy's comment here, and it's not going on. You can't have a rep at a cut and light. I'm saying sometimes, typically, they're not there. Sometimes it's just an event, with some swag. So, but they're different. They're a little bit different.
What's the distinction, do you think? Like, what would turn a cut and light into a brand event?
I think a rep definitely there. I think a rep definitely being there is an event. And I think a brand executive, whether a brand owner or a brand, an Eric Espinoza showing up, a Terrence Riley, Jonathan Drew, or Pedro. If Pedro shows up, I think now you've got an event, versus.
So a cut and light might be just what that lounge normally stocks with the person there. And a brand event would be if they bring like event only stuff and swag, that kind of thing. Okay.
Teddy says giveaways. It's an event.
It's kind of like a soft divide there.
Yeah. And Teddy, refresh my memory, but we had one when I was working at the lounge that was just a cut and light. It was just you and I representing the brand, and that was it. There was no rep. There was nobody. It was just Teddy and I. Teddy organized it, and it was okay. Here we are. We're selling this. We're selling this brand, and okay. Yep, you're right. It was CAO. It was a CAO event, and that was it. We took everything out. We took everything out of the humidor that we had, the CAO. We put it on a table, and that was it. So
Teddy and Mike's clearance sale.
and it almost is sort of that point too of going, okay, like I said, it's sort of a sale. Hey, we don't have a rep here. They might have sent us, 3 or 4 lighters and an ashtray or something like that, and we're going to raffle those off. So if you buy a box, you're going to get a raffle ticket. Or if you spend $50 in cigars, I guess $50 in cigars isn't that much, but you're going to get a ticket. So, yeah. Well, yeah. So, and I think those are good for a brick and mortar because it's sort of your sale. Hey, we're going to do a cut and light event with this brand. And so you pull everything out and you sort of try to rotate your stock with a hot sale, is food a big factor for you with, and I know we just have been talking about this with the little small Herfs, but is food a big attractor for you with a brand event or a cut and light?
I guess if it's on like a weeknight and you're just going to go there straight from work, it's nice to have something to eat. But otherwise, probably no. Although I like the idea of having like a food truck around. I think food trucks are cool. So I've never been to a brand event that had food trucks. I don't know what's going on with Mike. He's got like police radios in the background or something.
Hello.
I can hear you.
I can't hear you. So I don't know what's going on. I've got this little pause again in my audio again. So I don't know. We'll see.
I can hear you.
So this is a good place to take a break. We're going to do some commercials and we'll be right back.
Step into luxury at Ultimate Cigar Lounge, where passion meets perfection. Discover a world of premium cigars, hand-selected from the finest tobacco regions. From bold beginners to seasoned aficionados, our curated collection delights every palate. Grab a cigar from our amazing selection, pair it with freshly brewed coffee or fine spirits, and sit back and relax in an atmosphere of elegance and warmth. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, your haven for unforgettable moments. Visit us today and ignite your senses. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, located in Villa Park, Illinois. Open daily.
This episode of Chi-town Cigars is brought to you by Aganorsa Leaf Cigars, where great cigars begin exactly where they should, with the tobacco. Grown from authentic Cuban seed tobacco on Aganorsa's own farm in Nicaragua, these cigars are built on flavor, balance, and craftsmanship. No gimmicks, no shortcuts. From the first light to the final draw, you'll taste the difference when the leaf comes first. Aganorsa Leaf Cigars, the leaf is our strength.
Looking for the ultimate eyewear experience in Chicagoland? Discover Eyewear Fix, your premier eyewear store for over 28 years. From sunglasses to sports glasses to safety gear, we've got it all at every price point. Bring your prescription, and we'll handle the rest. Our appointment-only office offers a private, concierge-style experience tailored to your busy schedule. Call or text Chris at 630-853-4167 to book your visit and see why Eyewear Fix surpasses expectations. Eyewear Fix, where style meets precision. Get your fix today.
I'm back.
Can you hear me?
No. Hold on 1 second. You carry on. I'll be right.
All right, I'll carry on. It's good to see Wayne in the chat. Food. He likes the food at the events. Yeah, I like food at the events. If it's good. Teddy said the food truck at Ultimate didn't go well. Why not? What happened? Was it bad? Was it a bad food truck? Food trucks, you can get some pretty interesting food. So there's usually some very interesting food trucks you can get to come.
Shut up, Wayne. I don't know what it is. This thing, all of a sudden, once in a while, it just goes on a pause.
Yeah. Many events are bringing food trucks and pizza mobile trucks.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's Wayne's comment about Mike being an old guy with technology.
Yeah.
That's because he has to print out the instructions to figure out how to get it to work.
I am just your person to beat on tonight. Just continue.
That was the first time I beat on you tonight.
I know. It's good. You know, what would it be like without us having a little technical glitch every once in a while here? So, all right, let's dive into the mega events. Probably the thing everybody thinks about the most with cigars, and whether it's Pro Cigar. Pro Cigar is one of those ones that if you really get the money, you can go check out Pro Cigar. What else do we have? Pro Cigar. We've got the Great Smoke. You got Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest. The Great Smoke. What else? We have. What's the one down in? It was in Vegas. I don't think it's in Vegas anymore. The Big Smoke. The Big Smoke in Las Vegas.
Big Smoke. There's a Smoking Nose that they have. There's a.
When you get the Barn Smokers, the Barn Smokers are.
The Barn Smokers.
Barn Smokers. So there's quite a few.
There's one in Michigan now. Or they had one last year. I guess they're not doing it this year.
Yeah, they delayed it this year. And then obviously you've got regional events. So you got the Houston Cigar Week, which is usually in May. You got Chicago Cigar Week, which is usually in July. The Phoenix Cigar Week, Smoke in the Desert, is in October. And then the big one, and it's actually coming up in a couple of, I think it's in a week, is the Tampa Cigar Week. So those are some pretty big ones that, you know, the regional ones, you'll probably get 10 to, you know, different brands will show up at those events, and they're great. We had our experience at Rocky Mountain. That's the one we can really speak on. I think, have you been to any other cigar events, mega events? Oh, you were at Great Smoke, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's done like top notch.
Yeah.
That's a hard one to beat.
So what do you look for? What do you look for in a mega event? Ybor event down in December. You're right, Al. Yep.
I think I look for, well, like it's nice to, like the Great Smoke is nice for us in the north because you get to go to Florida, you know, South Florida in early spring when it's not quite so nice here yet. So that's kind of nice. And then just knowing some people there that you could meet and talk to and hang out with, maybe share an Airbnb or something, because now you got to travel, you got to get a hotel or a Airbnb and hang out.
Yeah. Tim Swanson, I think Tim's got two of them now, right? Because he's got, what's he called it? Cigaropolis or something like that, or Cigartopia is a big one. And then he's got another one coming up. Yeah, he's got another one coming up in the end of March. So he's sort of diving into that pretty well. Yeah, I mean, I can only speak on Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest. The fest itself, my issue was it was jam-packed in a small area. I mean, I know the Omni is got a pretty big footprint, but it was jam-packed. You were wall-to-wall people. And then there was no place to sit down. Yeah. So I guess that's my biggest gripe is if I'm going to go to a mega event, I want to know that I can go sit down somewhere. And I'm not talking about sitting on the grass. I'm talking, give me a chair, give me a table, give me somewhere that I can sit.
You have to get the VIP ticket there, I think, to sit
down. Yeah, you know, and even no, the VIP event only is really for some food, some additional cigars.
They had a tent.
Did they have a tent? Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. But I just think at any cigar event, if you're going to go, you want to have a place to sit down. You want to have a place that, you know, if you're going to be there we were there for what, 5 hours?
At least, yeah.
Yeah, at least 5 hours.
Because the parking was really far away too. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to have a place where people can sit down. And yeah, I understand VIP area. Okay, if you want to give the VIPs a tent and some tables and chairs to sit down, that's great. If you want to give the general admission, not a tent, but some tables and chairs. Give everybody a chance to be able to just sit down and relax,
let us bring our own lawn chairs and
something
somewhere in the sun if you don't want to put a tent up.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I wish I could go to the Great Smoke, because that's you're indoors, which is another plus. You're indoors in Florida, which is great, but I mean, you're indoors, so you're not stuck with the weather. At one point, we were concerned about Rocky Mountain because the weather was a little iffy. I mean, it rained the one day and was cool, and then the day we go to Rocky Mountain Cigar to the fest, it was 80 degrees, and it was like, holy cow, this is a drastic change in weather.
Yeah, rain would really have done bad things at that festival.
Yeah. So it has a giant pavilion. Okay, and it's a 6 hour. Yeah, it's a 6 hour event. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think that's, from everything I hear with the Barn Smokers, and Sammy Flo can probably fill us in more on that than I can. I know what people have reported and talked about, and that's an event. Again, you can go sit down. You can obviously go to activation stations and learn some stuff, but then you also have the chance to go and sit down. The VIP has some added benefits to it, but again, you're getting a place to go sit down and to relax. I mean, we had food at Rocky Mountain, and you're standing and eating. It's like, okay, this is just uncomfortable in this regard. So
we were sitting in the grass.
We were, yeah. And the ninja was just showing up in weird times.
Just sneaking up on you.
Don't ever go to an event with Marty, because he will disappear and reappear at the weirdest times. It's just like, where did you come from? But with large events, obviously the brands are, every brand has some swag or some incentive for you to buy more, correct? I don't think I'm wrong in that, right?
Say it again. I was just looking at, I don't know who this is. Old Dirty Shinobi.
No. Oh, it's also in Colorado.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Obviously, he's not a fan of Colorado. But I said every brand at a major event or a large event has got some sort of swag or some sort of event-only item that you can only get based on what you buy, if I'm correct, right?
Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest they waive the state tax.
Correct.
That day, especially for that event. And then
there you go.
They're all running some kind of special deal at the event.
Yeah. So Sammy says that Barn Smokers with general admission or VIP, you can sit in the tent and cool off, eat, etc. So
yeah, some of those get really hot. Like if you don't have shade for old guys like us, we'll overheat. Don't want any of that happening.
I'll overheat. Teddy's missing us. I'm like, yeah. So I mean, and that's obviously the big draw with a major event. Rocky Mountain, you had a tax break. You didn't have to worry about paying taxes on that kind of stuff, which is great. I know Great Smoke, quite a few different brands had event only stuff.
Great Smoke had some good deals there.
Yeah.
But you get the whole pack, which ours is in the mail now. So we're getting our 32 cigar pack probably this weekend.
Nice. Yeah. So you get that, and then there's obviously TGS has their limited releases that you get prior to being at the Great Smoke. I know that some brands, like I said, have event only stuff that, hey, if you come here, you can buy this. I don't have the shiny red box. Fireborn picked it up for me at Rocky Mountain last year. I gave him some money to get me the event only box for Aganorsa. So there's some definite draw in that regard to large events. You're also getting a chance to meet people far outside of your region that either you don't know or you do know via a podcast, or whether it's a dojo or some other cigar online community. So you get a chance to connect with them and put a name, put a face with the name, and talk to them and get to develop that bond even greater than just what you have online.
Right.
So,
plus the brand owners are usually at those too. Like there was Pete Johnson and Steve Saka and Matt Booth and Terrence and a whole bunch of people.
Sammy, are you talking about the Cigar Authorities event up in New Hampshire? Because that would be a great event. That sold out. That thing sells out like hotcakes. So that's Dave Garofalo and the guys up there at Two Guys Cigar Shop that do an event that is crazy. He gives away some huge money. If you've never heard about, oh God, I can't think of the name of his event. It's at one point on Friday night. It's either Friday or Saturday night. I can't remember because that's the 2 days. Yep, that's it. So that's the one. Yeah, I'd like to go to that one. He has a giveaway, and he brings up one person from each table. So if there's 30 tables, he brings 30 people up, and he starts to barter with people. I think this year's like $25,000. In years past, he's given away a car. He's given away gold, and it's funny to try to get everybody to agree, because at one point he will say, okay, if everybody agrees, I'll give each one of you $100, and that's it. And people, oh no, I want to stick it. I want to stick it out, and
New England Cigar Expo.
That's it. The New England Cigar Expo. So it's pretty crazy, some of the stuff he does, and he has some pretty wild entertainment. He has a comedian every year. The one year he had short people wrestling. I don't know what the exact term was. I'm trying to be politically correct on that one. I don't want to get dinged for offending somebody, but he had short people wrestling. He had jousting. Last year or 2 years ago, they had the world's strongest man there, or one of the world's strongest men there, and they were trying to lift up stuff. So it's a pretty cool event. And he puts a lot of thought into it. And I think it's been running now for 7 or 8 years. So, no women. That's a great event. And it really engages, because from what I remember, you're also sitting with a brand rep or brand owner at a table. So each table is represented by a brand. So it's pretty cool in that regard, that you can sit and, have Eric Espinoza or Steve Saka, who's a regular attendee of this thing. And, so that's pretty fun in that regard. So Sammy, definitely a good event. If you ever get there, let me know. Cause like I said, it sells out fast. That's how well, I want to say respected, but how well attended that one is. And I think also because it's a very limited number. I want to say it's only 120, 150 people that can go to that thing. So it's all outside in a tent. So what else do we look for in big events? Anything else that we've missed or that we haven't talked about? Anybody's got any thoughts on big events?
I guess you better have your ticketing system all bug-free.
Yeah, Drew Estates went through it again. The VIP tickets went on sale a couple weeks ago, and holy cow, it seemed like there was some glitches again, and some unhappy Drew Estate followers.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah. And then there was some issues with ticket printing. It was coming up as an August date. You were getting something for Connecticut, and it was having an August date on it. So, and with that, it's just a matter of, don't worry about it. We know it's a problem. We know we know where the Connecticut Barn Smoker's at. You're getting tickets into that. So,
right.
So
just got to get the right IT people.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah, they do, Sammy. You're absolutely right. Yeah, they'll figure it out. I think when you get that many people trying to jump on line, to get tickets. It's funny too, because I read some posts on their Facebook group about how people had their wives. So they were on a computer and their wife was on a computer. And they're both, I'm thinking, well, what are you going to do if all of a sudden you end up both getting tickets? It's like, okay, yes, you can sell them, but holy cow, that's not being fair to somebody else. So,
Speaking of which, large event, and the cigar sales they do with the Great Smoke, the Saka cigar sold out in like 25 minutes of the event, of the live with him going there. Yeah. Like, I think it was 300 boxes in 25 minutes.
Wow.
Maybe they were more than that, but yeah.
He's got the Midas touch. Right now, he has the Midas touch.
I'll tell you what, this cigar is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't make this part of his core line, I don't know who wouldn't like this.
I thought it was either that or the Jubilee. I thought he said was going to be a regular production eventually.
This is the Jubilee.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I thought he said that was going to be eventually.
It could be if people liked it. So
yes. Yeah.
I predict people are going to love it.
And the bad thing is because it's limited release right now, it really can't make. I mean, it won't make our list for the end of the year. But it's too bad because you get you sort of got to get the feedback of going, oh, okay, it made list, and some people will put exclusives or limited releases on their list. Other people just it'll hit ratings and people will rate it, and some people don't. Some people don't rate limited releases, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So yeah. So I know we don't, but
some people don't rate like store exclusives.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's just on fire today. Thank you.
Is.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You want to do some news? Even though the Greek isn't here, we've got some news. Hold on a second. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
And now, CTCP presents This Week in Cigar News with Teddy the Greek.
Can we dock his pay? Because he's been absent for 2 weeks. Can we dock his pay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Half of zero is zero.
True. Very true.
He's going to lose the Teddy the Great title, though.
I think so. We're going to end up just doing CTCP news with and ... And that way we'll just fill in.
Mike, the old guy.
All right. What do we got going this week? Aladino Declaration honors Americans' semi-quincentennial. $15 cigar, boxes of 13, to honor the 13 original colonies. And of course, they're not going to tell us what the blend is. Interesting box.
It's a nice flag on the inside.
Yeah, it is.
You could take that top of the box off and put it on your wall.
There you go. Aladino had some great cigars. So again, it's too bad this is going to be a limited release. But yeah, so that's coming out. Okay. Principal Cigars releases the Engagement. I just saw this today. 5 3/4 by 46 Corona. It's got the Nicaraguan wrapper, binder. The filler is part of the Nicaraguan leaves and part of Dominican leaves. Oh, company isn't disclosing the varietals. $13 per cigar, $156 for a box of 12. So I just saw this. I don't think I've ever had a Principal cigar. Have you had one? You have.
They're good.
Yeah.
I like the old fashion picture it looks like they have up on the inside there.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand how it correlates to engagement, but maybe it's just engagement as in
wedding engagement.
That's what I was thinking, but it looks like they're just talking to each other. So I was thinking maybe a conversation engagement or just engaging one another.
Very engaging.
Yes, there you go. So Oh, here we go. This one sort of shook everybody up. This was all over the place. So Blackwork Studios Boondock returns. Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper over Nicaraguan Habano binder and filler from Connecticut, Nicaraguan, and Pennsylvania. So these are some great cigars. If you haven't had these, there are some still out there in the wild. You can still get your hands on them. There's quite a few online brick and mortars that have them, but the Robusto is $12.50 for a box of 20. It's $2.50. The Corona Larga is $12.50 for a box of 20 for $2.50, and then the Lancero is $13.50 for a box of 20 at $2.70. What's your choice? What's your pick? Your pick here. Which one do you enjoy?
I'd go with the Corona.
Mm-hmm.
Corona Larga.
Yeah, I agree. I did pick up a 5-pack of these, so I'll be interested to smoke these. And
which did you get? The Corona?
Yes, yeah, I got the Corona. Yeah, so interesting. I know Wayne went absolutely crazy that these were back out. So yep, there you go. Great smoke. So if Wayne's endorsing it, you know it's going to be good. Although I'm skeptical on some of his taste. STG announces a new cigar made by El Titan de Bronce. It's a factory in Nicaragua. El Titan de Bronce, Nicaragua, uses a Mexican broadleaf wrapper over a Mexican binder and Nicaraguan fillers. $8.99. A box of 20 is $179.80. These are going to... This factory does some great stuff. And if this is the last one they did, I can't remember the name of it. Redemption. Yeah. Fantastic cigar. It was right before that came out in 24. So we were not doing, we were still little babies at the time. And we weren't doing reviews and we weren't doing lists, but that was a great cigar. So I'm excited about this cigar. And again, it's hitting my price point. It's hitting that price point at the $8.99. So they're jumping into the budget friendly cigars. And I think you're going to start seeing more and more of them. I'll share something with Amanda McAuliffe said on Saturday, but go ahead. We'll bring that up as I'm sure.
Is this the El Titan de Bronze brand?
Yes.
Or is it a special brand? Like, how's STG involved?
I think maybe STG's distributing them.
I think it's an STG owned.
Oh, is this STG owned? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So STG, this is an STG cigar made at El Titan de Bronze.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Which I'm sure it's still good.
Listen, I know it. I know I'm old. You got to keep reminding me. All right. So this is an STG one. Okay. Oh, Roja Street Tacos Cinco de Mayo 2026, a 6x54 Vitola, Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Mexican San Andreas binder, and fillers from Nicaragua grown in the Jalapa region and Connecticut broadleaf grown in the United States. $12.50 each. And I'm not sure what the box, they come in a box of 20. So $225 probably for a box of 20.
$250.
$250. Okay. So there you go. I
had the 2026 version of the Cinco de Mayo. It's really, really good. I didn't have the 25.
You had the 2025?
I had the 26, but not the 25.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like their third year they've done this.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. That's always, those are always just good cigars. I wish he had more of an online presence because I'd love to talk to him. We went through that whole box a couple months ago.
We need to get him on the show.
Yes, absolutely. All right. The CLE 25th anniversary TAA exclusive for 2025. Each cigar's got a manufactured retail price of $19.06. That's an odd number.
That is.
They've got to have some purpose in that. The production is limited to 500 boxes of 10 cigars. So
Eddie might have fat fingered the 60. I don't know.
Teddy? I still haven't tried them. They are very good, David. Or not David, I'm sorry. So we got anything else? Oh, here we go. Go ahead. This is all you.
This is like old news, but yeah, they shipped the Dunbarton 10th Jubilee. Definitely shipped all the way to me, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And the Todos Las Dias double wide, which is, I don't know, he doesn't have the size in here for that one, but yeah, that's good. Wayne, did you get your box of these? Have you received it yet?
I'm
Did you buy it from
he probably got a whole cargo container of them. Oh,
yeah.
There you go. He got his today.
Fire it up.
The American-made Cohiba Serie M Reserva Plata. MSRP of $29.99. Production is limited to 3,000 boxes of 10 cigars. So Cohiba's continuing with their Serie M. And so yeah, another limited release, but something if you're into Cohiba and the American-made version, check these out. The Cavalier Genevieve, the green jacket. So obviously this is a nod to the Masters. This is a 7x47 Churchill Vitola made with a wrapper from Jalapa, covering a binder from Connecticut, and filler tobaccos grown in Honduras and Nicaragua. MSRP. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that. I'm like, $203 for a cigar. It's the MSRP for a box of 11 is $203. It's $18.45 per cigar. And yeah, these are shipping. I read this story. These are shipping later this month. So these will be out just in time for the Masters.
Yeah. They do this one every year.
Yeah.
When is the Masters?
April. It's usually the second weekend of April. So
coming up.
Yep, coming up.
Doing
it. Utah House passes bill that would allow for internet cigar sales to state. So yeah, so I think this is to make sure that they don't get blocked with any type of shipping ban or anything like that, if I'm correct in that one. Smoking the LFD cabinet number 5. Very nice, Wayne. Also, I read an article. It was from CRA. So Hawaii is trying to fix a problem that they created. I don't know if anybody read the article or not. So Hawaii last year passed that ban on shipping tobacco to Hawaii. You couldn't, if you were buying from a brick and mortar or an online sales company, you could not get cigars shipped to Hawaii. And they sort of put the screws to the brick and mortars and to the company saying, if we find out you're doing this, you're going to get it fine. Well, Hawaii realized, no, that's not what we wanted to do. We wanted it to be certain things, but not cigars. So they are working on passing a amendment to that law that says it's okay for Hawaiians to get cigars shipped to them. There's no problem in that. They were aiming for other things and cigars sort of got sucked into it. So thanks to CRA and fighting this, Hawaii has realized the error in their ways and are looking to fix that problem, which is always a good thing. You know, it's good for CRA to sort of follow up on some of the stuff and go, did you really mean to do this? Or was this just an accident? And Hawaii's like, nope, that was definitely an accident. We passed too broad of a law. And therefore we scooped some things up into it, like pipe tobacco as well. You couldn't get pipe tobacco shipped to you in Hawaii. So they're like, no, that's our mistake. We're going to fix that. So kudos to CRA, kudos to the state of Hawaii. I'm sure Chris Duque is probably very happy that it's getting amended and he can start getting his cigars shipped to him again. So, because it went as far as, I thought it went as far as you couldn't even have them shipped. Like I couldn't ship them to Chris. If I got caught, I'd get in trouble. So it was sort of this very strange situation. So
well, we don't want to see you get in trouble. Wayne.
Yes. There we go. So that is our news. Not so much with Teddy the Greek, but with Marty and I stepping in for Teddy. So let's do our Capone cut. All right. So our Capone cut for the night is the Blackened M81 by Drew Estates. Why is it got added to? The Blackened M81 by Drew Estates is subtle, it's dark, unapologetic, and built like the midnight freight train rolling through the South Side. Born from a collaboration between Drew Estates and James Hetfield of Metallica, the M81 takes its name from the band's Blackened legacy, and it lives up to it. This is one of the boldest expressions of Maduro leaf you'll find, wrapped in a thick, oily San Andreas Maduro wrapper with a Connecticut broadleaf binder and a blend of Nicaraguan and Pennsylvania broadleaf. This cigar is deep, and I mean basement of a speakeasy deep. Flavor, dark espresso, baker's chocolate, charred oak, black pepper. There's an earthiness that feels primal, like leather gloves and whiskey barrels. It's full-bodied from the jump street and doesn't back down. No sweetness to soften the edges, no training wheels. This isn't a handshake deal cigar. This is we settle it tonight cigar. It's smoked Capone. It's the smoke Capone lights when the room goes quiet and everyone's waiting to hear him speak. What are you going to pair it with? You can pair it with a dark, or you can pair it with a a barrel-proof bourbon, big, hot, and unfiltered attitude. Or if you want, you can do the optional twist, add a single large ice cube and let it slowly tame the heat just enough. The high-proof bourbon stands toe-to-toe with the cigar's body, while the caramel and oak notes pull out the M81's dark chocolate core. Anything lighter gets steamrolled. If you're feeling extra bold, black coffee on the side, no cream, no sugar, no apologies, just like we talked about last week. The Capone rating, our rating for this is a deep dish deluxe, rich and powerful top shelf. The M81 earns heavyweight status. It's layered, intense, and built for seasoned smokers who want flavor that hits like the right hook and lingers like a reputation. This isn't a cigar for beginners. If you haven't smoked, this isn't the first one you should pick up. You light this thing up and you mean business, and when you finish it, your business is done. Our Capone cut for the week is the M81 by Drew Estates. I thought you were clapping for me. I was like, oh, I'm getting applause.
It was really loud.
It was loud. Did you take yourself off the stage?
You did.
There you go. There we go. I thought you left me high and dry. So yeah. So
we should do a segment post Mike's reads where we grade him. We give him a score out of 10.
Oh my God.
Only one burble.
Only one burble. Yes, I'm getting better. I just try to rush through stuff too fast.
I saw Juan Cancel finally got through the Espinosa read on
Friday.
They
gave an A+.
Yeah,
they gave an A+ on that one.
He didn't say year of the end, and there's like 2 or 3 things he always messes up every time.
Yes, he does, and it's quite enjoyable to watch him do it. I don't feel as bad after I watch him try to read through some stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't sound. Juan and I share a lot in common. So Juan will be coming on our show here probably in May. Nice. We're going to do a boutique. Yeah, we're going to do a boutique show where we talk about it. Obviously, he's big in the boutique brands right now.
He's got a better beard.
Much better. And better hair. So, all right. Let's see what's going on in today in history.
The time has come for us to take back our city.
Telling you, I don't know what it is with the Cubs, but they just silent. I searched
for stuff for the pennant race.
There you go. On this day in 1995, the Chicago White Sox spring training opened amid Major League Baseball's strike. Remember that? They used replacement players, often called scabs. They beat the Kansas City Royals 4-3 in the 10th inning, marking the start of the controversial replacement era for the team. Yeah, that was a fun year.
Have you watched any of the preseason games with the strike, ball strike challenge?
No. Have you watched it?
I've seen replays of people challenging.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like there's some obvious calls that are missed that like those guys that are at the plate and the catchers and the pitchers really know.
Yeah.
They have good eye.
Is there a limit to the number of challenges a team can have, or is it just
I don't know. And I don't know if it's going to change in how it'll change in the regular season, if at all.
okay?
But yeah.
Nice. On this day in 1997, the Chicago Bears officially moved their facilities to Hallis Hall at Conway Park in Lake Forest, named after the legendary founder George Hallis. So I didn't realize that was that recent that they changed or they named it that. So on a more darker note, yeah,
Here goes Mike and the
sad. I know. On this day in 1961, Chester Weger was convicted on his 22nd birthday of the infamous murders of Lillian Oetting at Starved Rock State Park. This is a pretty big deal. As talking to the Fun Size one, she actually was aware of this. This was part of the notorious 1960 triple murder case where 3 Riverside women were bludgeoned in a cave. Weger's conviction drew heavy Chicago area attention as well as media coverage. So yeah, that's the infamous 1960s Starved Rock murders. And on a lighter note, I don't know if it's lighter, but it's sort of funny. March 3rd, 1934, the infamous John Dillinger's wooden gun escape. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
So obviously, it's John Dillinger, but he escaped from a Crown Point, Indiana jail cell using a fake gun carved from wood, and he blackened it with shoe polish so that it appeared real. He took the sheriff's hostage, stole the car, went straight to Chicago, crossing state lines, which turned him into a federal fugitive. The wooden gun trick became legendary, inspiring movies and endless "How did that even work?" laughs. Dillinger's Chicago hideouts and eventually end. I'm sorry, I can't read this at the bottom. Hideouts and eventually end. Shot outside the Biograph Theater. So yeah, that was crazy. But a wooden gun. So my question is, how do you have that much wood while he was in jail? What the heck was he doing?
Yeah,
in Indiana. So it tells you right there. So yeah. So that is our history for the week. I tried to find something fun to end it on. I was like, you can't end it on
that's a good book.
Yeah. So.
Gangsters, shoe polish, got it all.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Anything else to say about our cigar events or busts? I think we put down the. Not me. No. Come on, just keep throwing it on. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for your fun and laughs.
This is why I don't do reads.
I know. I should start making you do all this stuff. No, just make me do it all. So just remember, everyone, this is where I plead. Share our show, like our show, subscribe to our show. We are finding ourselves moving into the category that we're getting this question a lot from brands that we're trying to talk to, and they're asking for our viewership. They're asking how many subscribers we have. So if you can share the show with your timeline so we can pick up some more followers, we'd really appreciate it.
Go to Spotify and download it, even if you don't listen to it.
Yeah, exactly. The weirdest question we got, but how many downloads do we have? And it was like, nobody downloads podcasts anymore. They just listen to them. So, but yeah, share and like our show. We're over on Rumble as well.
Short words.
Yeah. 1800 hooked on. Thank you. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate that. Yeah. So we need more subscribers. We need more followers. We're trying to grow the podcast, and it seems like the brands want to know what our reach is before they'll talk to us. So
we're doing pretty good though. We like plotted out the views over the last 12 months.
Yeah.
It's definitely an upward trend. So
yeah, we had 13 live viewers tonight, which we appreciate, so that's always a plus, and we're moving up there. We know that this ebbs and flows, and we're not bent on numbers. Believe me, we appreciate every single one of you that are here, and we appreciate you taking time out of your Tuesday night and listening to this idiot here. I won't speak for Marty, but this idiot here try to read stuff and talk. Mike, you should do the show. Yes.
Yeah, that would be good. I would.
Oh no.
A lot of viewers.
I will share some. I mean, Dave Garofalo and I do share a lot in common. We can't speak a lick of English, or I can't speak a lick of English either, or a lick of Spanish. So
that was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, that's too much bourbon right now. That's what that is. So
next week we got Postani coming on. Who's going to be here?
Mike from Postani is going to be with us, so that'll be fun. It'll be an interesting show. Really, I mean, I know a little bit about him. I don't know as much as I would like to, so I'm looking sort of to be educated on them. They have their own podcast, The Cigar Hustler. Very interesting podcast to listen to. They have some very strong views, which I like, and they can say it because they're a brand and they can say what they want to say. So, yeah, that'll be fun. And then we're working on lining up some other ones. We do have, I don't know if Wayne is still on, but we do have Pete Johnson from Tatuaje. We'll be working on him after the PCA show to come and join us. We're going to have Eric Gutmerson from the Cigar Dojo come and join us. We're going to have Juan Cancel from Protocol Cigars. So we're lining them up. We're doing our best to keep you guys entertained, and that way I don't have to do a lot of speaking.
Yeah, it should be a good show, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Learning more about that brand. I don't know a whole lot about it, but
yeah,
I've got one of their San Andreas cigars waiting.
That is good
to try it.
I've got the War Bear, thanks to Matt, so I can't wait to fire
I've
that.
had one of those.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, I can't wait to fire that one up. So it'll be good. So, well, again, thanks everybody for joining us. Marty, do it.
Yeah, until next week, like and subscribe, and see you then. Until then, put some smoke in the air.